Hey, as soon as Mike is done, I'm gonna come on for you guys. So we'll give him a little while longer. All right. Oh, Mike's not done just yet. All right. We're gonna start here. Let me see who. All right, let me see. Hey, what's going on there, Frank? All right, some of you guys had some problems. Yeah, I know. I'm waiting on Mike to finish. He said he wanted to be quick, and I was trying to upload some of these pictures. Did anybody catch the live where I was just at the restaurant? I had got some, and ended up getting a little something for my daughter. That's how clean it is. All right, so it's a very clean location. Hold on a second. Let me put this up there. Yeah, it's a very clean location. All right, so Mike is almost finishing up. So go ahead, put your questions in the chat. All right, from earlier. Right. Okay. So at the end, I was working on a true, and that's what you're seeing here and behind me. Right. I was mentioning in the video, I've done several hundred of these controllers, and what happens is they end up getting moisture inside, and they get corrosion, and this is just on the plastic, and so the controllers short out. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do some virtual stuff with the ice machines as far as a class with that, because I have a number of ice machines that I could do that on. All right, but we'll drive down to support. I hear you. I appreciate that. Let me see here. All right, so here's what the controller looks like. It's got these pins on it, and then what happens is that you get corrosion on these pins. And this is an encapsulated PCB board. And so I can't even get inside the board to clean it because you'd have to remove the coating that they have. You can see that because you see that shininess on top of it. So it's coated. And so I'd have to remove that coating. All right. All right. You want to know what kind of equipment to have? I think Mike is almost done. You might be able to hear him in the background. Because actually, he's getting a lot of stuff off his chest. I've for y'all, those of you that are here from ABC, which is a lion's share of you guys. Yeah, I've been there. I've been following Mike since day one, since his very first video. If anybody has ever made a video that had anything to do with appliances, whether it be commercial or residential, I guarantee you I've seen it. All right, I guarantee you I've seen it. So now what kind of equipment did you have to do ice machine cleaning? And let me see here. Who else? Yeah, Mike is going, man. Mike is really invigorated, isn't he? All right. So what you're going to need to have a heated. You're right, but right. I do soldering. I used to work on pagers and cell phones back in the day. It's encapsulated in this is not that same one, right? Can you see it? Let me see if I can. Oh, because I got the green screen thing on. All right, you see it? Can you see the corrosion, the damage? So this is the EEPROM. I'd have to, since you know a little something about it, I'd have to go ahead and change that because it's damaged. It's actually rotted out inside, right? I don't know if you could see, moisture got in. Moisture gets into all of them. And so that's why I tell everybody, yeah, that's why I tell everybody, I'm like, it's no need for me to check. I've checked several hundred of these, and power comes in, but power doesn't come out. I had already, before I did the video, I had already checked for voltage, and then I went on ahead and turned on the live, since because of the service I have, YouTube can't tell if I'm at home or if I'm out in the field. So if I had any other service, it wouldn't be able to tell. It would say that I was out in the field, and it wouldn't let me go live. So, but I still need my 1,000 subscribers so I could do that. All right. So, yeah, heated solder, but that's gonna melt this. It's not even resin. Let me see if I can scratch this. Oh, he's talking. Hold on. Yeah, Mike is trying to get me up to 1,000. Okay. Sorry about that. He's telling everybody to get me to 1,000 because I gotta get monetized. So you see this? I'm just there it is. I can scratch some of this off to get this exposed, but it's done, and it's completely unreliable. So your customers are going to have thousands of dollars worth of food in that prep table, and if it does go out, if it does get glitchy, now they're in a situation that they spent money when you can just get them a new controller and be done with it. I went over there, and about 4 or 5 other pieces of equipment on the verge of going down because they don't clean the condenser coils. So back to and actually I use the solder gun that I use, the solder nine I use is the Milwaukee, the M12. I love it. So the equipment that you would need to do the ice machine cleaning is gonna just be a couple of brushes. You can go to Home Depot and get the brushes. You can go to the dollar store and get the brushes. You can go to Harbor Freight and get the brushes. And once you get the brushes, you just need the actual chemical for the machine that you're working on. So the coating on the equipment varies. So the same coating that's on a Scotsman is not the same coating that's on the Manitowoc. So you actually do want to use the exact chemical, which is not expensive at all. You want to just go and buy I think it's up to, they used to be $10. I think now they're up to $18, and you can just get them on Amazon. You can get the Scotsman one for Scotsman stuff, and that's actually good for Scotsman and Isomatic. You can get the Manitowoc cleaner from Manitowoc, and then the only exception is Hoshizaki. You don't really need the Hoshizaki cleaner because it is a stainless steel evaporator. All right, so you're going to want to use a CLR type of cleaner, and I've already put a post out. If you look at the previous post that I have on my page, you'll see the cleaner that I have for the Hoshizaki. So that's all you need is that cleaner, some brushes, and you'll be rocking and rolling. But I'll do some more videos on that. To melt the silicone on that. Yes. Right? Okay. I do understand what you're saying, but that is not the only damage to this. So you actually, it's about 6 or 7 components on it, right? You got the not Faraday beads. You have escaping me right now, but you have quite a bit of corrosion, not just on this one, but on quite a bit of the board. So This is not somebody's house. This is somebody's business. And so when that piece of equipment is down or the health department comes in, and for whatever reason, I didn't get all the components that have failed on it, all the components that are corroded, and then don't forget, you have other components that already have decay. They have started to decay. You can't even see it. It's just this whole section here is starting to decay, and it's on the other side too, and it varies. So by the time you spend all that labor, you might as well just replace it. The customer's willing to pay it. They make several $1 million a year. The restaurant I was at, I think that restaurant does about $3 or $4 million a year. So think about that. Why would I waste time on that when I could just get the part brand new? The factory's going to program it, send it out, and I'm done with it. I have 10 pieces of refrigeration in there to deal with. So it's not worth it for that. And that's just one client. I take care of the entire chain. I don't have time for that. Yeah, you can do it, but why? It's not a good use of your time. It's not a good use of your time. I got 100 of these if you want. So man, Mike is still going. All right. Let me go ahead and go to the health department. Let me see if you can see that a little better. But do you understand? This is the inside of it. See, this is the outside. Let me go to the outside. This is the outside. So this is where the knob is that the customer turns. So moisture was all on the inside. So once that corrosion takes hold, it's over with. All right. Now, you guys ready to talk about the about that health department for Austin? Is anybody on here from Austin? And do you have any? Hey, do I have anybody? Do you have any other questions about the equipment for ice machine cleaning? Yeah, Mike is really grooving over there. All right. Let's see here. All right, let me just go ahead and jump into it. So this is one side of the board, and then that's the other side. All right, so let me go back to the health department. Let me do a share screen. And I'm going to do, let's see here. Let me see what I got here. No thanks. No thanks on what? Let's see here. I was just looking into some of the stuff. This is a $1 billion merger between two of the largest manufacturers out there. Like I was telling you guys about Onera. Onera is one of the small guys compared to this one. So they make a lion's share of the products out there now. So let me see here. Health code violation. You guys are never going to believe it. I was telling a buddy of mine, he's in the repair business and he's down there. Not Dallas. What are we doing? Fort Worth. Here we go. And I was telling him about it, about the air codes. About the violations down there. And he didn't want nothing to do with it. He kept coming up with all kind of excuses. So hopefully one of y'all take a. Oh yeah, hell yeah, I do water filter installation. That is a big part of what I do. That is a huge part of what I do. Oh, okay. Grow your channel. Oh, I appreciate that, my apps. All right, that's something I would consider. All right, let me go back to this. Let's see here. I'm going to try to shrink this so I can see what you guys are trying to tell me at the same time. All right. So, yeah. Water filtration is a big part of it. I was just talking to um, a member of the management team for a big chicken chain in the South. It's really big in Texas, and their major problem is that their filters, they don't change their water filters. So everything down here in Texas, you got to have a water filter on it. If you don't, the equipment is going to fail, and it's going to fail soon. Uh, so this executive told me he wanted to put one of these $20,000 ovens on the back of his pickup truck and bring it to me. I said, no, man. I said, because chances are the problem that you're having comes from the fact that your filter is blocked and it don't work. I left him, went to go talk to a couple other restaurant owners. And then when I came back to him, he said, yeah, I called the restaurant, had them take it off of steam and had them put it on just dry heat, and it worked. So we're going to look into the filter. Okay, all right. No problem about the ice. Okay, so let me see here. Mike is still going. All right, let me see here. Is anybody here from Dallas? Anybody? What is this? No, I don't want to buy the food handlers course. That is a good thing about Texas. I was actually taking that. I didn't feel like going through with it. Okay, now I need to find violations. I don't want food inspectors, code compliance. How the hell do I get there? Code compliance, location. No wonder why he was having a problem trying to find this. Okay. All right, what is this? No more questions about that. Kango. You guys are gonna have to tell me more about the fourth leg. I don't know. I don't know who Reggie and Monica is. Is Reggie? All right. There's two different couples. Are they the ones with the SSG Academy? Is that Reggie and Monica, or because there's a couple? There's quite a few different couples. All right. Mike is really going today. Damn. All right. Code violations. Health inspection map. No. Let's try it. It's either gonna be that or code compliance. Reggie and Tim. I don't know. I found it. Okay. Oh, DeLuca Pizza. All right. So let's see here. It's a bar and lounge. 9. What cities are you guys from? Put the name of your city. Right. So it is SSG. Reggie at Encompass. Okay. All right. I know Encompass because Encompass got bought by Parstown. I'm not real good friends with Parstown. And then Monica at SSG. Okay. So Monica is the one. She's handling the advertising and all that kind of stuff and the marketing of the school. And then her husband does the tech, and then he does the work, and then they have the so they have a service company and they have a service school. So I'm familiar with them. And then Reggie, I saw Reggie, and I don't know who Moni is. All right, so we'll have to look into that. Okay, so here is Dallas. Oh, Cincinnati. Okay, we'll do that next. All right, food employees. All right, so they haven't taken their food handling course in 7 days. That's nothing to be concerned about with us. Nothing for us to be. Drain plugs are not installed. Nothing for us. Door, nothing for us. Sanitizer buckets, nothing for us. Ooh, here we go. Well, they said this is compliant, but it says 1 proper cooling time and temperature issue. All right, so this is saying, of course, my sister will call. All she has to do is just go into the chat. All right. Proper cold holding temperature. So this is saying that it was at 45 and it should be at 41. So it sounds to me like they have two. Oh no, or this is just the second item. So they have an item that they have dirty condensers. If the units aren't clean, like I wanted to, I don't know if I didn't get a chance to show you guys, but behind me there were some refrigerators and they took the grill off so that they could breathe. Only reason why they had to do that is because they were completely packed. They were completely packed with grease and trash down there, plastic bags actually. And so when that's packed, it'll actually raise the temperature. The fridge will never actually cool off that compressor enough to come down to the right temperature. All right. So that is, I'm fairly certain that's what that is. And they don't know how to this. So this indicates to me that they don't know how to take care of their equipment. They don't do any basic maintenance. All right. So this is definitely one you go to. Hot holding temperatures 135. Okay. Proper reheating. That's got nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with us. Okay. All right. So food and ice obtained from unapproved source. So they're taking the food, they're taking the ice and they're putting it somewhere that it doesn't belong, and they're scooping the ice out of there. All right. Okay. Ooh, they're serving people food that's not at the right temperature. So this place actually needs a technician. This bar. So DeLuca Pizza in Fort Worth is definitely something that a technician will want to stop by and present himself and let them know that he can offer his services to come and do some basic maintenance around there. And like I said before, bars and restaurants are horrible. They're horrible with that. All right. Oh shoot, you can't see that. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. You all didn't even put that in the chat. Show you what I was looking at. This is what I was looking at. This is what I was looking at. DeLuca Pizza, Fort Worth. Okay, so I'll just go over this real quick. A lot of this stuff we have nothing to do with. This right here is something that we would want to take a look at as far as the refrigeration. This right here is what I was talking about with the cold holding temperature. So it's at 45. They want to at least see it at 41, right? So it's at 45, and that means that the condensers are dirty. All right, they're going to be blocked up. Proper holding temperature, proper cooking time. See, none of this, I don't know if that says it's compliant, but these people definitely need some help. Let me see what else we can look at over here. Man, Mike is still going. All right. So let's see. That had 9 items they looked at. Tang's Pacific Bistro. They had 11. That's a good one to look at. Oh, barbecue chicken. This place had 20. Oh, good. Finally, they're staying. All right. All right. We'll look at this, and then I'm going to jump on over to Cincinnati and Dayton. All right. 20. Didn't we do Detroit? Didn't we do Detroit yesterday? Mansfield, Texas. Yeah, of course you do the same thing. But Mansfield, Texas. So you look according to the municipality. All right. So hand sink on the left side of the grill. Once again, these people are not trained to deal with food, so they don't have their food handling license. Yeah, I try, because there's nothing more frustrating than not having the chat addressed. Bam. All right, so this is a big one. Employees putting their food and drink in the reach-in cooler. That's a no-no. Sanitizer. Items stored on the floor. Yeah. So, like I said, all of this comes from not knowing the rules. No one there had the card holder not present for food holding. So what that happens is that that you're supposed to go through the lessons on what temperature food is supposed to be held at, how long you can store food before you have to throw it out, all that good stuff. Okay, so unclean walls and damaged ceiling tiles in the back area. Who here saw the pictures from when I did restaurant cleaning? And actually, um, I found something when I went to talk to the restaurants the other day, the restaurant owners. I found one guy selling franchise for restaurant cleaning. Put in the chat if you can take a guess as to how much it would cost you to get a franchise to clean a restaurant. Let's see who can come to the closest number. Who can come to the closest number of what this guy wants to charge to have you open up a cleaning business to clean restaurants? All right. Ooh. Again, this place is Dallas got it bad. What about Pennsylvania? Now, where are you going to be driving from? Because there's like a bunch of classes in Pennsylvania. And then which class did you want to take? Because there's only one. Oh, somebody's on the money. There's only one that you really need to drive to Pennsylvania for. There's others in Atlanta. Heatcraft is in Atlanta. So you should really take a look at all these classes. This is a whole multi-year process of finding out when the classes are, and then you rearrange your schedule and then you go according to that. Because some of the ones, like the one in Pennsylvania, I think that was like a $600 class or $700 class. So it's not going to equate. The amount of money you spend on training is not going to equate to how much money you're going to earn, because you're going to go to the class, but no one from that training class is going to send you work. No one will send you work. This is all going to be 100% on you. Okay, you saw me do Chicago, but not Detroit. All right. Well, Dallas Fort Worth is pretty straightforward. They're telling you everything. They're telling you everything. You just have to go through all of these one by one, especially look at the ones that's got the most. Yeah, these people don't have their certification. No food handling certification. So all that comes, all this drama comes from that. So you guys are gonna have to guys from Dallas gonna have to look through that. All right, so let me see here. I'm gonna switch this over real quick. And I'm gonna grab that sheet and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Okay. All right, I am probably going to have to drop the green screen. All right, trying to figure out how to get in the door. Well, going to the classes is going to get you in the door. Only way to get into the door. Only way to get into the door is giving you the information to contact these manufacturers that will put you out there. The ones that are hot to trot, I've been holding back from y'all. I'm only at 250 subscribers. I need to be at 1,000. And so until I get up to those numbers, I'm not giving you all those, as you guys like to say, third party. All these people that are not manufacturers, but what they do is they go out and they sell service contracts. So they'll serve service contracts to like Velvet Taco. They sell service contracts to all these different restaurants and gyms, to Dollar General and Dollar Tree. So they'll go to them and they say, "Hey, we're going to provide you with technicians. So anytime you have a problem, all you have to do is call us, and we're going to send somebody out within 24 hours." So those people are out there, right? And those negotiations with how much you charge and all that, that's going to be with them, right? So yeah, you could spend $1,000 going to the class on Monday, all right? You finish with the class on Wednesday, but on Thursday, nobody's going to call you. Friday, nobody's going to call you. Next week, nobody's going to call you. 2 years from now, nobody's going to call you because it doesn't work that way. Julio got replies, but you kept bowling? I already sent Julio an email and got replies, but you kept bowling. I don't understand what that means. I kept bowling. Let's see here. You're going to have to tell me what that one means. Okay, on the investment for let me drop this background. Hold on 1 second. Let me drop this background. Oh, I'm gonna have to do it this way. All right. None. Okay. Bam. Restaurant cleaning specialist. That's the creator, the owner of the franchise. He's the CEO. All right. That's where it is. There they are in a commercial restaurant. Here we go. Bam. Wow. $100,000 to $200,000. Then your initial franchise fee is between 60 and 120. Then on every job you do, he gets 8%. Then, in addition to the 8%, 1% goes to your advertising. And then when you first start out, I don't understand the grand opening fee, but when you first start out, there's going to be like up to a $10,000 fee. You go to the location, I don't understand. I ain't going to knock them because this is damn good. That's damn good. I can most certainly stand behind that. All right. I can most certainly stand behind that. All right. Okay. Did everybody see that? What I showed with the certificate? I don't know where y'all at. Oh, y'all go over and support. Oh, thank you, Frank. Okay. I ain't saying nothing. Okay. Are there any commercial service companies that train brand new techs? They all train brand new techs. We're 50,000 techs short. 50,000 technicians short. Yeah. So not only would they hire you, but they would give you a $5,000 sign-on bonus. Ecolab will give you a $5,000 sign-on bonus. SmartCare will give you a $5,000 sign-on bonus. Now, here's the thing. Once you, and then with your skill set, you would probably get it within the 90 days. If you're not experienced, it takes like a year. And if you have like no experience at all, it takes like 2 years to get the $5,000 bonus. So this business is kingdoms and serfs. Once you get trained, once you're in with one of these companies, you're not really allowed to do any work once you get out. All right. I'm not tied to any of those companies, so I can talk to these manufacturers freely. But once you've been part of the system, you can never be fully plugged in. You'll forever be without support because they look at it like this: they've sunk their resources and their training into you. So now, if you want to go out and do any kind of work, you won't be able to do any factory work. You won't be able to. It's worse than a non-compete, because a non-compete ends. A non-compete clause ends. This does not end. This never ends. You're forever stigmatized. So that's like when you go and apply, the first thing you do when you fill out the forms, they ask, who have you worked for? And you're literally signing yourself into a cage. You're literally writing the walls around you and constraining yourself. So they won't let you go to the training classes. If you do, then they don't. You're blocked out. You're blocked out from a lot of stuff. Yes, you're blackballed. Yes, because you put hundreds of thousands of dollars into a technician. All right. So if you've been with them for a couple of years, the information I'm telling you is information that, these guys are paid to go and attend. You are taking your time out to go to the class. It's all on your dime. But when you go to these very same classes, you're still getting paid. You're still getting paid while you go to the class. So they're investing in you. And yeah, you'll be locked out. You are locked out. Because how many people do you know that do this for a living? And now think about this. If you go to any corner and do a 360, you're going to see commercial everywhere. There are commercial refrigerators in every gas station. There's commercial refrigerators in every grocery store. There's commercial everywhere you go. Like I said, the only place I've ever been to that didn't have an ice machine was a library. Okay. So there's commercial equipment everywhere. All right. You go to a regular 9 to 5 office, you're going to see merchandisers that have regular drinks, stuff like that. All that's commercial equipment. And on the hot side, I mean, you can't cook food with a residential stove in a restaurant. It's all commercial equipment. It's all commercial equipment. So every time you see Bojangles, McDonald's, all that kind of stuff, Cane's chicken, Chick-fil-A, all that stuff on every corner, everywhere. It's all commercial. You walk into Home Depot, all those refrigerators with the drinks, those are all commercial. Everything, everywhere you go is all commercial. And you're basically locked out when you go and end up working for somebody because they essentially have paid for your training. So you're no longer really allowed to partake in the business. You could do it, but you're really limited. All right, so let me see here. Ohio. Health code. So yeah, if you actually knew somebody who did this kind of work, you wouldn't be here with me. You met one commercial guy in your neighborhood. Yeah, no, he's not going to talk about it. Yeah. No, it's worse than the government. It's worse than the government. I guarantee you that guy worked for Ecolab. I guarantee you. Hell, they'll probably send me a gag order just for saying that damn name. These people make billions of dollars. They make more money than small countries. Yeah, ACs are everywhere. Yeah, ACs are everywhere. Every top of every building. The building is loaded down with AC. No, that guy probably worked for Ecolab. Because Ecolab has thousands of employees. They have to spray. Ecolab is a chemical company. Most of these people are chemical companies. And so every Burger King, every McDonald's, every Chick-fil-A, they have to spray for pests. And so you can't spray yourself. You have to hire somebody. And so they hire Ecolab. Ecolab is number one. Ecolab used to sell equipment, lease equipment, and repair equipment. So yeah, you basically, and then when you get in with those companies, the benefits and all that stuff is so good. So nobody's gonna want to leave. You can take a vacation anytime you want to. Take a vacation. There's several hundred other guys in your area, and if there isn't a guy that can take your spot, they'll just bring one from somewhere else. They'll just bring one from somewhere else because they're big enough. All right, so let me copy this because you guys can't see this. So where I am is, what the hell? Let's search. All right. All right. Everybody see this? Let me see. Is this big enough? Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That guy wasn't taking a chance on his, because they get all kind of bonuses like Ecolab. Ecolab starting out with no training, no education is $52,000. Zero training, zero experience. $52,000. And then when you sell more chemical, you're tied in with a bonus. So these guys with a GED could be out here making six figures selling pesticide. And it's not just that. They have filters. They have their own Ecolab filters. People are asking me about filters. They do filter install. All right. So they sell their own filters for every ice machine. So when they go ahead and sell the contract for a hotel or grocery store, whatever, every single one of those ice machines have an Ecolab filter on it. All right. And they change those suckers every 2-3 months. Then all the pesticides, that's them. The rat traps, that's them. That's all Ecolab. Ecolab. Oh, it's $1 billion. Yeah, that's why he wouldn't talk about it. Who talks about $1 billion businesses? Who? Name them. You name somebody. Who's talking about them? They're going to say you're a crazy person. Right. Yes, Hobart will train you. Hobart is so short. And look here, man. I have never met a guy who ever quit Hobart. I've never met a guy who quit Hobart. Never. I've never met one. I've never met a guy who quit Ecolab. But what I have had is I have met guys who have retired from Hobart. I have met guys who have retired from Ecolab with pensions, with 401k, with stock options. That's what I have met. And guys with a little side business from Ecolab and Hobart. All right. So they're such big companies. They don't care about the old one. They'll tell the employee, oh, scrap the old equipment. And then the guys will take the old equipment, fix it, and then lease it out. So now they got an additional revenue stream coming in every single month that they didn't have to pay a dime for. Now, of course, they had to pay to fix the equipment back up, but every single month they're getting money for every piece of equipment that they leased out. And it was given to them. So every employee I've ever met has been strongly pro company. Strongly, they've been, oh, there's Arby's. They've never, yeah, you're not going to hear them say not a single negative thing about the company. Oh man, they ain't been to Arby's in years. Oh wait, I'm not bad. That's 22. That's 22. All right. So yeah, let's dive into it. Let's see what their reports look like. Oh man, this is almost like where the city where The Wire was done. Baltimore. This almost looks like Baltimore's report. All right. Everybody still with me? All right, we got about 12 people in here. Okay. Oh. No. Oh, not obtainable. Not applicable. All right, food in good condition. So these people should have a pretty good report. So Dayton, you got your work cut out for you, because you're going to have to actually look at all of these and study the report. So my advice to you, if you're in Dayton, Cincinnati, what is Cincinnati like? 2 hours, 3 hours from you? Let's see here. Oh, you just joined. The topic was I was showing everybody about the true refrigerator that I was dealing with, and the board, the moisture had got into the controller. So I was going over that. That's what the let me show you what the other one. Hell with it. That's what the inside of it looked like, and it had corrosion. Oh, you can't see it. Never mind. It had corrosion. So that's what we were going over. So now I'm taking requests on I'm taking requests. Ooh, I'll get back to you, my app. I'm taking requests on health department reports because every place is different. And so Baltimore is a pain in the neck. Ohio is a pain in the neck. All right. So let me go back. Let me see how you can. Man, they don't really give you an easy way to search this thing. Let me see here. You can search according to category. That sucks. So stay away from correctional facilities. Like I said before, you want to stay away from the prisons. You want to stay away from the airports, all that kind of stuff. Right. Dayton's, yeah, Cincinnati. That's what I thought. My mother was in the Air Force. And so she used to go to Dayton every for her the weekends. That's Patterson's base, right? In Dayton. All right. So, but there's motels, hotels, blah, blah, blah. We can't even get training in Maryland. Why would the health department be easy? We can't get training in Maryland. Why would the health department explain that one? And I'm gonna address your residential on the Scotsman. There's some screws they made me call around the state to get a distributor to sell it to. Oh, okay. I'll tell you about that. You should have asked me about that a long time ago about that Scotsman. All right, so let's see here. You can sort according to. I'll do from the first, and then the end date will be today. Let's make it a little easier on ourselves. Oh, let's go with the China Walk. We have China Walks here. We have China Walks here. So let's see here. Is everybody with me? All right. So what you want to try to do is pick places that are closest to you, because remember, these are problem children. So you're going to need to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Right. The minute the health department says that something's not right, they're going to want you there. Now, of course, you're going to charge them for that service, but you're going to want to be responsive. You're going to want to be able to get to them. So you're not going to want to pick somebody that's across town, somebody that you know is going to be hard to get to in traffic. All right, or somebody whose operating hours are crazy. You know what? My app, that's usually the case. That's why I didn't go to Orlando. And this is when I was primarily doing residential too. But yeah, that's why I didn't go to Orlando. Not Fort Lauderdale, not Fort Lauderdale, but Tallahassee was offered to me. Food received at proper temperature. Ooh, oh, that's not applicable. Yes, most places do not want you to solicit their business. Yes, that is why I explained to you all to buy something. You are not soliciting if you buy. When you buy, keep the receipt. Keep the receipt. No. Scotsman just keep going. Scotsman is going to have more classes. Like right now, they got some stuff going on. They're getting ready to go on in Arizona. You keep the receipt. You keep your receipt. And whenever you talk to somebody, when somebody comes, hey man, I got a card here, and you say, yeah, I was at Wingstop store number 874, and I talked to a nice lady there. You're gonna want to look and see what the hell their name is. Emily, right? So Emily was very nice to me when I ordered my drink, and I took a look at your place, and I said, man, I want to give you my information because I want to make sure your stuff is running right. And now you're not a solicitor. It's an even exchange. But you want to buy. Do not just go in there and hand them something, because the person you're giving it to is going to just throw it in a drawer somewhere and it's never going to be seen again. All right. So you want to buy something. I don't care if it's a drink. I don't care if it's some fries. I don't care. I don't care if it's a damn egg roll. You buy something. You buy something. You buy something. You buy something. I don't know if I told you this, guys, but you buy something and you keep that receipt. You buy something and you keep that receipt. So you're gonna have the time, you're gonna have the date you was over there, and you reference all of that. When somebody calls you, hey man, I got this thing here, because you're gonna have the occasional jerk that might do something like that. And you keep this, you keep your receipt with that information that you have, right? You can write down on there the manager. Oh, hey, are you John? Because Emily told me that John was her manager, right? I got this right on here, this receipt when I bought my food. And now you actually, he has to treat you differently. If you buy from Chipotle, not Chipotle, but if you buy from Chick-fil-A and you had approached them to do service for them and you're an actual customer, you still have all the protections of a customer. You have all the protections of a customer. You are a paying customer, but you presented, as an even exchange, you presented your information. I like your business. I'm a customer. I would like to present to you my information, and maybe you could be my customer as well. But I spend money with you. So now you have all the protections. If you complain at a Subway, if you complain at a Chick-fil-A, they'll fire somebody. Somebody will get written up. Somebody will get written up. All right, let me add this to the damn screen, because I was looking at this and y'all didn't even see it. All right, so that is paramount. That is number one. You buy something, a drink, anything. So I see I have to say that every single time. All right, let's see here. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. They're having food issues. They're not marking their stuff. If they're not marking it and they're not checking temperatures, they're going to want to. Oh yeah, this restaurant. So, especially when someone, wear wash facility, use test strips. See, this is right in their writing that they must have the test strips. All right, everything must be clean. Hot and cold water, sewage, toilet facilities. Oh, what is this? Dogs and outdoor. Ugh. All right. So you're gonna have to actually, for Dayton, you're gonna actually have to go over each and every one of these in your area that had gone through a health inspection. And these people have 3 pages of it. This is crazy. Dayton is ugh. Okay, so once again, the facility needs to be clean. So even if you had somebody, the facility needs to be cleaned. All right, just like I showed you guys about this guy who's selling his franchise for $100,000, well, over $100,000. All right, there's money in there. So the health department is on them. They have to clean that facility. So if you even had any people to go ahead and do that, that is also good money. That is good money. And it ties you to that customer. Dayton Correctional. No, thank you. The problem with in casinos. Let me stick with another Chinese buffet. The problem I have with correctional facilities, stuff like that, is that you have to have security with you 24/7, because they don't want the inmates. It doesn't even matter if it's a jail or a prison. They don't want the inmates getting a hold of your equipment. So, like when I did a Galveston jail. I did the jail. There were 3 security guards to watch all my equipment and to stand by me. not to protect me, but to stop the inmates from stealing equipment to make weapons with. All right, so they were compliant. So this is a pretty good one. Out of compliance. Something is out of with their temperature controlled safety. So you're going to want to take a look at some of these places, right? They're not making it easy for you. And this is by design. This is by design. As you see with some of the other states, it's a lot easier to tell so that regular people can just take a look at it and go, oh, this place ain't right. Let me not eat there. So this is okay. So right here, hot holding temperatures are not right. Cold holding temperatures are not right. What this is telling you is that the equipment is not working. The equipment is broken, right? The equipment is not working. If you guys saw my earlier video and you saw that I was out there, that is a well-run establishment. And they want their stuff taken care of right away. But if the health department came in and they saw that a piece of equipment that wasn't working, yeah, Shanks. If they saw the equipment was not working, that is a citation. So unlike a home, unlike residential, they have to have this stuff taken care of, and it has to be taken care of right away. It's got to be taken care of right away. So if the health department come in, if the restaurant I just left, if the health department come in, I always tell my clients, hey, put me on the phone with them. Put me on the phone with, hey, I got the part on order. I'm getting this stuff done. I take care of everything over there. And typically I talk to the health department and ask them what other areas, and then I tell them what other clients I take care of in the area. And when they find out that I make sure I take care of other restaurants that aren't problems, they'll give my clients some slack because they know that I'm taking care of people. They know that I want to make sure that the health department's job is not being hard. All right. All right. Let me go back real quick. To my app, to Scotsman. Let's see here about that Scotsman. Now, my app, are you still here? Because you said something about to get a Scotsman residential pump, right, and some screws. They made me call all around the state to get a distributor to sell it to me. Who is they? Was it the customer or was it Scotsman? Because I could have solved that for you real easy. You could have just sent me a message on one of my things. Okay, you still here, right? So on the residential, on the Scotsman, you can actually get that part from URI. It was the ending part of that pump was 21. Right, the ending part of that pump was 21. And URI has it, and they would have gave it to you. URI does a residential warranty as well. So you could have got that part from URI. But yeah, URI, and then you could always have ordered that from Reliable. Reliable is a Scotsman warranty. So I don't know if you saw the video from the other day, but yeah, I do the residential and I do the commercial. They got me stuck on the residential side on Scotsman, but I'm allowed to do both. But they just have me listed as residential. So, and I get the lion's share of residential warranty calls on Scotsman. All right, so you can always go through URI, and on the residential side, you can go to Reliable. And so Reliable can file your claim, and URI can file your claim. So URI doesn't care if it's a residential or a commercial. They are a Scotsman distributor, and they will take care of that item. They will take care of that item. Now, chances are there wasn't anything wrong with that pump. Chances are that if it was under warranty, there was nothing wrong with that pump. It probably had a chip of scale in it. Now, if it was out of warranty, they said they wanted an original pump. You can only get an original pump on Scotsman. Unfortunately, it's Scotsman residential. The commercial side, you can get more stuff. You can get other stuff. So, all right, what's next? Because I'm gonna have to run in a little bit. Mike was full of energy today. Um, what else? What else? What else? What other? Oh, Family Dollar. Let me see what the hell's going on with Family Dollar. To be honest with you, I hate doing Family Dollar. I hate it. I hate Family Dollar. All right, let's see here. Screws from Parktown. It was through a residential third. Oh, the pump was out of warranty. Right. Yeah, you get the you talking about those black screws that go in through the top? There's only two screws. It was two black screws that attached the white plastic slip housing to the body, right where the motor is, where the motor and that shaft meet. Those two little black, you could have got that, or you could have got it from Parstown. Parstown had the screws. URI has the screws. Parstown, URI, and Reliable. All three of them had the screws. Everybody got the screws. They were probably like $10 a piece. Matter of fact, let me show you. Yeah, the guy had done his research. Yeah, it's all OEM. It was all OEM. You can't get it any other way. All of these are all OEM. See, this is all points. So all points have it. It's all OEM. You can't. It's not enough money to do aftermarket. It's not enough money to do aftermarket because the residential is such a minute part of the business. Now, on the commercial side, yeah, they can give you aftermarket, but no, all of this, and this is all the same company. This is the same company. See, there it is, Parstown, but that's a Alliance. That's a washer. There's a screw. That ain't the same screw. But I know exactly what you're talking about. See, there's the white casing, but this isn't the one. This is a commercial one, and then they have a screw here, and then they have another screw on the other side. What you had, it should have been two black screws with yeah, they're thumb screws like this. With the top would have been plastic, black plastic. See, they wanted $14 in Parstown. These are OEM. There are no aftermarkets on that residential. There are no that's Scotsman. I mean, Parstown only deals with OEM. URI only deals with OEM. Reliable only deals with OEM. Right? They only deal with OEM. This is an authorized Scotsman distributor. Changed a lot of door seals. Hell, on washing machines, yeah. Door seals on refrigerators, washing machine. What kind of big up sale for us? Protocol. I used to work for Protocol. Is Protocol the one that only does door seals? Is this refrigerator? Right. Protocol, isn't that the one that they put the barcode on every damn thing and you make the door gaskets right then and there? You guys like can make them in the truck? Was that what it was? And freezers, yeah, but you did them right there on site. You would like custom fabricate them. Yeah, yeah, I know who they are. Yeah. So now they got a lot of weird door gaskets, right? True. Oh shoot, you guys can't see. Why didn't you guys say anything? You guys will never say anything, man. You guys will never say nothing. You guys never say nothing. So these screws are oh see real OEM part. They do not deal with aftermarket. Now I do have a company that will do with aftermarket. Oh Lord. All right. Hold on one second, you guys. Let me hold on. All right. It looks like I'm gonna have to cut this short. But yeah, you know Parstown, right? Yeah, Parstown got you. So all they do is OEM. They are Parstown is the authorized factory distributor. Don't get me the line. I want to say like 300 brands. Easily 300 brands. Easily. Um but I got to get going. I got to get going, you guys. So Don't forget to put your questions and things like that in the comments section on the post that I put out there. And please have people subscribe. All right. Just have people subscribe. That will really help me out. All right. So you guys have a good evening. Any other questions before I go? So I can address some stuff. And then we'll probably just have to go over some of the other health department sites later, because I didn't do Maryland and you guys had some questions about that other stuff. Okay. All right. It's been fun. You guys have a good evening.